Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. Today, very important day, generally, around the year-end forecast and targets of the Fed, and also obviously the interest rate decision later today. Still a few hours until we see that decision and the press conference. So there's always a little bit of volatility, or actually quite extensive volatility around that time. So that will be, I think it was 2 o'clock and 2:30 Eastern time. 2:30 is the press conference, and at 2 o'clock they will announce their decision with a press conference straight afterwards. So generally ADA, the chart trend is still down. Yeah, the daily trend is down, especially as long as we are below that range here, between 54.3 and 55.8 cents. But really only a move above 60 cents would push the daily trend higher. Overall, very important that we see currently the entire move as an impulse to the downside, which started either here at the peak at 52.4 cents, yeah, after an Elliott wave triangle A, B, C, D, E. Then this is the first wave to the downside, an impulse which in itself has 5 waves. Or it started already at the top here, then we count this already as the first wave down. This is the wave 2, and then we're already in a wave 3, which should be very impulsive. But I mean, it is impulsive, but you don't at the moment get that massive impulsive price action to the downside that you would normally expect in a wave 3. Therefore, I'm looking at, I personally prefer the triangle pattern, that the first wave only just started. Yeah. So, but this is still an impulse. It's not a third wave, but it's an impulse to the downside, a first wave, which will then again be corrected to the upside, and then there will be the third wave following after that. But what is important at the moment is the very short term here. Yeah, so it looks like that in this impulsive wave down, we've already done the first one. Again, it's a 5-wave move, so this would be the first one already done. We can say that probably we've done the second one already, so waves 1 and 2 complete, and that we're now in wave 3 in white. Wave 3 in white is again a 5-wave move. You see that indicated by the red wave count. 1 of 3 already done when we touched here the 43.3 cent level. Wave 2 either done or still on the way. So we go and take a look at that as well. And then wave 3 still to follow, wave 4 and wave 5 to complete wave 3 in white. Target for that was around 35-36 cents. Important to understand is now here the very short term. I mean, that is what most people are interested in, especially today. So generally the focus is down. I'm also only covering the bearish count at the moment, because until I really see a bullish signal, first of all, I don't want to give a wrong impression. And the latest dip of the last few days, as I said many times before, wasn't good for ADA. So I'm actually hoping for a new low, not because I want the analysis to be correct, but because I want actually the whole mess that has been taking place, this messy price action that you see on the 4-hour chart. All of this, ideally, I mean, the longer this messy price action takes, the more difficult it will be anyway to create an impulse to the upside out of this. Yeah, this strongly indicates we need another low. And a key level to really end the bear market would be around 30 cents. That is the 88.7% FIB level. But in the very short term, I told you in the previous video, there is still a chance for the price here to push higher in a wave C. So that we had A, B, C in wave 2, and that we have only seen so far the wave A, the wave B, and because of the corrective nature of the price action, that there should still be an impulse to the upside. Now, we have seen obviously that spike, yeah, but I still expected it to move higher, because we obviously, it is the most likely pattern, ABC, right? But that dip messed it all up, yeah? So I think there is now a chance that we subdivide lower, okay? And you always need to adjust your count and forecast based on latest price action. So if I see that this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can't really happen anymore, then we have to adjust. So of course, wave 2 could still be unfolding, but if it does, it would need to be here as a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one more leg up. So if you see further overlapping price action to the upside, it indicates obviously wave 2 wasn't finished, and that this wave C is unfolding as an ending diagonal. That is possible, but it's getting less likely then, yeah? So it's always to understand which one is the most likely wave pattern. And for me, it is not the ending diagonal. While they happen, they are not that frequent, okay? So for me, more likely is that then this move was already complete. But of course, I can't rule out higher levels. And if we see higher levels, the limit should be 47.8 cents in a scenario where this is still a wave 2. If we break above that, we might need to consider something maybe more bullish or something different. But I would say if this subdivides still higher, and if we break above the wave 3 high at 46.3 cents, you need to know that the key resistance level will be 47.8 cents, where we have a very strong chance to reverse down. But I'm now of the view that we actually completed wave 2 already due to that strong decline, which actually suggests that wave 3 is already on the way. Of course, we don't have confirmation. A strong indication would be if we break below the 44.2 cent level. That's the key swing low here. If we break below that, it will strongly indicate again that we will continue wave 3, and then we need to break the 43.8 cent level. Now, how can this be labeled? It now makes sense that this move down was corrective, because if we count this as a WXY, so we had here our WXY, and then the latest move here was an ABC, can be counted as complete, and we already here possibly have seen a first wave of the next wave down, and this is the wave 2. Looks a bit like a corrective move up at the moment, so strongly suggests a move down. But again, the key level here is now the 46.3 cent level. If we break above that, we are probably going to subdivide higher in a wave 2. But even then, unless we break 47.8, I would still expect it to move down afterwards. Yeah, you could even call that a bear flag at the moment. Yeah, so what you can see is a strong move down, and now here we are moving up in some kind of a flag. It's a huge flag. I mean, quite a wide flag, but this would suggest a move to the downside. Those upward sloping channels normally do, especially if you come from a strong downtrend. Yeah, and that's my update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, also check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.